It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Jets and the Dolphins, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in off a loss last time out, but still in the midst of a great season, winners of 8 of their last 10. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Well, the Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023. Now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now, here are the key inactives for this one, Charles. And as you get towards the latter stages of the season, you hope that this is a clean graphic with no names, but well, that's hard to do in the NFL.
Yeah, there's almost no way you think it's going to be like that. It's just a matter of what names are on the list and how you prepare.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his second one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And hang on here, we've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's the rookie from Wisconsin. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They'll run with Allen. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground with Allen. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. This is Allen. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. To throw is Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now a carry for Allen. And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Braylon Allen, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill set to take over once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
Throw caught by Achane.
He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They start the drive with a give to Allen. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Now Allen. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I'm not quite sure they got the spark that they wanted on 3rd down. In fact, I think they gave that spark to their opponent instead because that big stop has galvanized the sideline, and it starts their offense out with some momentum.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Achane.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Looking to pass. Tua. They shakes him off. Being chased out left. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. The Dolphins at 9-3 here on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Here's Tua. Got a man, it's Berrios, complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And New York set to take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Throwing now is Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. This is 2nd and 8. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it, and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick. Not good at all.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. Tua sets up to pass it.
A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Now Tua.
Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Now 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Rodgers now to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Caught by Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing is Rodgers. Got his man. It's Williams.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin in the AFC South in Nashville. Tennessee hosting Jacksonville. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Derek Carr has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Falcons. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Jets offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The drive starts with a run by Allen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
Throw right side, Wilson. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. On the draw, here's Allen. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Now Rodgers. This completes to Corley. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's interference. Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Rodgers going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here's Allen. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Allen.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better?
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Hassan Reddick make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7.
At the Jets' 46-yard line.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for it with Achane.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Achane on the counter.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Looking to pass. Tua.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19.
Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. In motion, Hill. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Back to the ground, H.N. And fights through one man. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And in the red zone, I guess this. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. Well, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Allen's got it. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Allen. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 13.
Beckham in motion right.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got a man complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. In motion left is Beckham. Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw caught by Achane. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little when Tua gets out of the pocket, but there he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Jets offense and Braylon Allen getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. 2nd and 6 coming up. To throw is Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Tua and the Dolphins down 16-13, a minute 11 to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Into the hands of Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with a minute 6 left to go in the game. Now Tua. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Tua. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Tua to throw. That'll be caught by Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Sanders' kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Jets won the toss. They'll get the first shot at finding a winner as we are back underway here in overtime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Allen.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
That is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a handoff up the middle. Allen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
They'll run on first down. Allen. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to him.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it, all right? I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues. All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Jets, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-5.